Like and subscribe if it's your vibe. If it's your vibe, like and subscribe. So I wanted to talk about this whole thing about this. Everybody's saying it. Xbox is dead. Xbox is dead. Xbox is dead. And I was thinking about it. I was looking back through history, going through the ringers, and I was like, you know what? Xbox, it's not. They're not traditionally like Nintendo and Sony. So let me explain. Like they don't follow the trend. So if you go back to like the late 90s, a little history lesson here. I saw a YouTuber that talked about this once. I forgot his name. When I remember, I'll post that in I'll post that link in the description. He's a cool dude. And he anyways, but basically if you go back into the 90s when PCs were becoming a thing, there wasn't a lot of PCs that were like, not a lot of people had them. This was like the mid 90s. I remember we had one, and we did my mom used it for work, and me and my brother, I remember the first thing we did was he got a floppy disk of like Pokemon Blue, and that's what we spent most of our time playing on top of some other stuff, games that came with the computer. And then you fast forward to 2000, and now the PCs everywhere. I remember Windows Vista, everybody had it. Like you had 95, they were teasing you at school, like, "Ew, you had 95," like stuff like that. So from what I understood was that the console was actually going to be a legitimate threat to the PC. So that's kind of why Microsoft got into the console mix, right? If you remember the original Xbox, it was just a PC. All of its parts were PC components. That's why it was so big, and the rest is history, right? From what I remember, it was like a multi-billion-dollar hole that they spent just trying to produce that console, and they were trying to steer the market. They were successful. The PC stayed. Consoles were still their own little thing, but they were just for gaming. Assuming that they took the 360 now and they said, you know what, we can actually take this seriously. And that's when you kind of saw that traditional model, right? They had a bunch of exclusives. They launched it. It was competitive, and it was a successful console, except for obviously the Red Ring of Death. Then you get to Xbox One. They botched the launch with the whole Connect and everything like that. And then a lot of people kind of started stepping away from Microsoft. It still sold like 50 million, but a lot of people started stepping away. The point that I'm trying to make is this: Microsoft has never seen a dime off the Xbox division. It's never been profitable. It's never made money. Most corporations, most companies would probably scratch their heads and be like, "Yo, why are you still doing this?" That's the $1 million question, at least for me, is why are they still making consoles? So when I think about it, I'm assuming that with this new strategy that they're doing, where it's like this is an Xbox everywhere, I was scratching my head and I was like, okay, this is basically, if you look at Windows, I think they're doing the same thing. And let me just explain. Somebody might have said this already. I can't tell you, but this is what I think they're doing. You look at Windows, Windows is on everything. You can access it how you want to have it. In the midst of that, they also make their specific hardware. I think for Windows it's called a Surface. So they have the Surface. It's expensive. You can buy it if you want it. If not, you can go get a Dell, a Lenovo, Sony, Samsung, Vivo, Gateway, Toshiba, HP. The rest is history, right? You can get wherever you can get Windows, you can get it. If you don't want Windows, but maybe you might want certain features, I think now they're even throwing in subscription services. Everywhere I go, Microsoft 365 is a thing. You know, you enroll in school, they got Microsoft 365. My computer, Word is installed on it. I open it and it tells me subscribe to 365. It's the subscription based Windows model, and I think that they're honestly just turning it around and doing the same thing with Xbox via Game Pass. They're like, okay, because even if you have a Chromebook, they'll sit there and be like, okay, you have a Chromebook, but you want to use Microsoft Word, no problem. Use 365. They're always just trying to find a way to make you use their stuff, right? Because ultimately, at the heart of what Microsoft is, they're a software company. So the whole hardware model, the old school hardware model of sell the console at a loss and make the money back through the software, it's kind of outdated based on how the video game and how based on how the industry is. It's kind of outdated, so they're just switching it up. But I feel like they're just trying to set a trend. They're like, look, software is the name of the game. That's where the money is. So, we'll put hardware out, but yeah, get the software. It's why you see Halo going everywhere. It's why you see Gears going everywhere. It's why you see Indiana Jones, Avowed, Forza. You know what I mean? It's the software, and it's not a bad thing. But this is all. I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, Microsoft ain't dead. If they were dead, they would have been dead a long time ago. They could have been. They've been making. They haven't made money. I don't know if they've actually spent more money than made. I know for a fact the Xbox brand has not generated $68 billion. It's hard for me to believe. Microsoft itself generates money, but I don't really think the Xbox division generates money. Maybe now it's profitable or getting to a position where it's being profitable. I don't have any numbers in front of me to verify. It's clearly hypothetical, but ultimately that's what I think. I think that it's just they're just changing the market. They're just making it so it's going to be where it's going to be. uh, Sorry. They're just changing the market. They're going to make it so here's a software, play where you want to play, the same way it's Windows. Here's Windows, this is our software, choose how you want to enjoy our software. Big gaming PC, regular desktop, one with photo editing capabilities, one that's like a Chromebook, or or come and get the stuff that we make, like our Surface. I think that's honestly what they're doing, and they're doing the same thing with Xbox. Play how you want to play it. If you just want your tablet and you want to stream games, go ahead. You want to buy the actual console? Okay, go ahead. You want to buy a ROG Ally? Go ahead. You want to buy a PC? Go ahead. Xbox. Here you go. Right? That's my thought. Just a little food for thought. Y'all take care. I got a couple videos tonight. I was filming over the weekend, but then weekend in Canada right now it's Family Day weekend. So it was a holiday today. And so, it's Family Day. I mean, every day is Family Day for the real ones that know, but I'll take the day off. So spending time with the kids and whatnot. So a couple videos coming today. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm off this. Take care.